Running a business on Amazon can be difficult at times, especially when customers are returning your items at high percentage rates. Hi, my name is Stephen Pope. I'm the founder of My Amazon Guy, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about returns, return reports, how to deal with these situations. Also, there's an obscure question that kind of comes up from time to time, and that is, can you, as a seller, control whether your item is returnable on Amazon? The answer to that question is no. You cannot control whether your item is returnable. And here on the top of a detail page, you can say, hey, free returns. Other items will show that no, this item is not returnable. And sometimes you have a category item where it's consumable, and some of those items that are consumable will say returnable, and other ones will say they're not returnable. And it doesn't make a lot of sense, despite the fact that, obviously you can't return an item that's been opened that's consumable. That wouldn't be safe. But we are seeing that the Amazon catalog is inconsistent on this question. So we reached out to seller support to ask them, hey, can we control this field? We really don't want any of our items to be returned because they're consumable in a particular product category. And they said, no, you can't control that. It's all automated. Now, sometimes when you file a ticket with seller support, you get different answers depending on who you get, and some of those answers will conflict with each other. Sometimes there's not consistency. That is very, very common. But for the most part, I can factually state that there is no mechanism to control whether an item is returnable on the back end. I've checked every single field within Amazon, and I've reached out to seller support. So I want to put that question to bed. The rest of this video, I want to just talk about how to handle returns or look at return reports. So there's two sections you can go to check your reports for inventory, and there's seller fulfilled return reports as well as FBA. So if you put your cursor over reports and go to return reports, and then you go to the FBA section, because generally speaking, most sellers are FBA focused, you can do all returns, and then select to download them to see, hey, I'd like to know what returns are being generated. You can also view online if you prefer that format. But let's go ahead and download a return report, take a look at it, see what it looks like. It does download in a text format. So we'll download that and then just copy and paste that into an Excel file if you want to quickly read it. Since there's only two here, it's not too bad. So you can see, okay, here is the item, the details of that item, and here's the return reason, which is ordered wrong item or customer damage. It's defective. Unit returned to inventory in this case is what happened to it. Same with that one. And they also have an LPN code. By the way, LPN does stand for license number, license product number, that is. We did have to figure out why they were called LPN codes. And when the item is, let's say you get an unfulfillable item that goes back into unfulfillable status and it's returned to your warehouse, you will see a sticker on it with an LPN code. If in the instance that you get a return for an item, let's say that you're selling nail clippers and you get an item back that's a plate, obviously you didn't sell a plate to the customer. Either the warehouse or the customer messed something up and they put the plate in your inventory. If that happens, you can file a ticket with Amazon, give them the LPN code as well as the return slip. They'll actually pay you for that item as if it's sold. Additionally, situations where items are lost or damaged, there's great services out there where you can get returns clawed back from Amazon, money that Amazon owes you according to their own policies, but you do have to request for it. There's a service that I offer called MyRefundGuy.com, and this service will chase Amazon for all of the services and damages and lost items and refund issues that come about. Full service commission-based program. That's why I highly recommend it to all of my clients as well as people who aren't my client yet, because it's money that could go back into your pocket. Back to the return question though, so if you wanted to know, hey, are my return percentages high or low? Well, it depends on your category. If you're in clothing, obviously it's going to be higher because of fit issues. But typically speaking, returns should be anywhere from 2 to 5%. It is usually double or triple return rates for other platforms such as your website or eBay or another marketplace, and that's because Amazon's Prime program promotes high easy returns, and that allows for higher conversion rates on the platform, which is generally beneficial. If you don't allow for easy returns, overall sales will go down. So if you have a high return percentage, you can come in and check your report and see what the reason is for it, see if the items are being put back in your inventory. But for the most part, this is a pretty automated program, not a lot of control on your part. which for most sellers that works out, but for other sellers that are trying to track their inventory counts and try and have some inventory controls or quality checks in place, can be a very frustrating process. So with that in mind, that's my video on returns. If you have any consulting needs, go over to myamazonguy.com and sign up and contact us. We'll be happy to help you.